Hello, everybody. We're going to talk about quiet mind or not thinking, just be here now, that sort of thing. And how would you state it or say it, Avila?
You said it quite minded.
Quiet mind? Okay, yeah, yeah. Well, see, I'm a thinker. I can't imagine a day. There's never been a day in my life where I stopped thinking and had a quiet mind for more than like 30 minutes total, and more, let's be real, more like 5 minutes, 10 minutes max, I guess. If I sit down and really practice, I can maybe not think for like 10 minutes, and that's a lot. That's a really long time. uh but Agila, on the other hand, is much better at this sort of thing. uh can you just, well, I know the answer is rhetorical for me, but for the audience, can you just like sit and like stare at the fucking trees and not think for like 5 or 10 minutes?
Yeah. I mean, for me, like, I live more in a perception mode, so it's always hearing, seeing, tasting. That's more of my lifestyle.
Yeah. It's always amazed me that it, now okay, there's people like me. There's a lot of people like me. There's not quite so many people like you that can just like do that. Uh, just comfortably, on the average, if you had a day off and you were out by the lake or something by yourself, how long could you do that? I mean, I guess you could do it for a few hours if you wanted. You just, because you're just perceiving and looking at the beautiful sky and the trees and the leaves and the dirt and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, like, I look at my weekends where I don't have to work with people that much. It turns more into my personal time, time with family, and it's more like being in the garden. So there's like a lot of work planting stuff and taking care of all the veggies and everything else. So like a lot of things to do, but you're running around all day, like from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep. Tons of things happening, but it's always in the moment of listening, hearing, doing, picking stuff up, working, and going back and forth. And it's like when having conversations with people, yeah, like that turns on a little bit, but it's not like, oh, I'm digging. And what's that? And how does it feel to dig? And am I done yet? Like, doesn't happen. Like, no, I've got the process done. I'm moving on to another thing. Like, something's happening around me. Like, I perceive it. I don't think about it.
Yeah, yeah.
I
So
know stuff.
I know. That's so fucking amazing. I worked my whole fucking life to do that. I can't do it. I don't shouldn't say you can't do it, but fuck you, can't do it. But yeah, I that's one reason I see my understanding why you're so good at this psychic scan stuff. You don't have to turn it off. It just doesn't turn on. It's kind of like, oh yeah, yeah, blank, yeah. Mm. And you're just there perceiving and listening and hearing, and you will start seeing imagery, non-physical stuff, but very vivid and like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, even having this conversation with you, I don't think about, okay, this is what Rich is saying, and here's the next thing I'm gonna do and say and focus on. Like, I don't like that. Like, active listening, you quiet it all down. It's just you and me. I'm looking at you. I'm listening to everything you're saying, and once you're done,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, I know what I'm gonna say next. Let's talk about it. I'm not gonna think about, like, okay, this is what he said, and like I'm gonna make stuff up while you're talking. Like, I don't like that. Not me.
uh, that's something I always admired about you. That's an
You're great.
advanced ability. It's probably because you're a fucking alien or something. I
Yeah,
don't know.
something like that.
I don't know.
I identify as alien. Please call me that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not a
Jesus
he,
Christ.
she, or an it. I'm alien. Okay. Hell, excuse me, is there a bathroom with at the mall to the alien?
Right. Where do I go?
Yeah. Uh, yeah. There'll be like signs, little posters in the mall says non-thinkers restroom that away. That's just, I mean, I understand the phenomenon, but the ability to do it and then you just live it's just, I can't do it. Yeah, it's always somebody talking in here. But my understanding technically is that what's talking in here is really ego stuff. It's my identity, and it's me talking to myself. So that's not just one, but two in here talking. One talking, one listening, and then one thinking about it. So that's a trio right there. This is most people. I fucking believe it. And if you're watching this, and you feel like you're most people, you can write and say, I don't know about most people, Rich, because I don't think either. And I'm like, bullshit.
Right. Yeah. I feel like I'm a little bit crooked in that way because as a kid, I used to think a lot. Like, I look at my surroundings, my family, and everyone else, and it's like always trying to think about what they will think and will I get their approval? Will they accept me and stuff like that? Like, there was a lot of thinking.
Mhm.
But maturing as a girl and getting my period like got me in places where the pain when it started would be so big that I would pass out. And in those moments of passing out, I was connecting to my true self. It passing out and it's like complete void, and you're not in your body, you're not anywhere, but full awareness. Not a single thought. So quiet and calm. Feels good and content. And all the troubles and all the voices and all the concerns about my parents or anyone else wasn't there. It's just like, ah. And I would have the knowing, I would have the perception, but no thoughts. And because it was happening every month, so
Yeah,
often,
like clockwork.
I was like, ah, so that's true me. Like, so I got to experience it on the other
Oh,
side
I
where
want to have a period. Oh, come on. That's
there
my
are devices that
gateway.
you can connect to your body to cause that pain. I don't know if you're gonna get knocked out and pass out from it, but you know.
Okay.
Anyway, um, so for me it was like more like a muscle. Like I got a different view on it and then started practicing it. So kind of built up on that skill.
Wow. It's amazing. It's absolutely fucking wonderful. Mhm.
I think like that's like when people can have a lucid dream or astral projection or get out of body or consciousness shift and just disconnect from this machine, you realize how everything's different. In that case, and that nonstop chatter and thinking is just not there. Like you have knowingness. You know what's happened. You you had plenty of dreams and out of body experiences where you connect to a different life you're living simultaneously. And you didn't have to wonder, what am I doing here? What's going on? You just thought about it and had the knowingness. You didn't have to fill out it with words. You just knew. So like I think like for a lot of people, if they're able to experience that, they will get a whole different point of view to know that thinking, I wouldn't say it's fully normal. Like thinking some, yes. But nonstop chatter where you just can't shut up, you have entities, dude.
Fuck. I knew it. I fucking knew it.
Oh, you know how people can't kind of stand being in that isolation room because
Yeah.
the brain without entertainment and anything going on, no stimulation can last like 3 days. So, and that's it. Then you're gonna like turn crazy. You're gonna have hallucinations. Something's gonna happen, but brain's like, I can't stand it. I need something to happen. So,
uh,
like, partly nature is that we need some entertainment, and for most people who can't handle silence or being with themselves and stuff, I think they will want to invite something into their space to have someone to bicker about
mm,
something, to have all those conversations, to, you know, not have the quiet mind, but actually talk it up and make it
yeah.
fun.
Yeah. You're a fucking loony bin. This is fun.
Yeah.
Oh God. But that's an advanced state of being. You're really a remarkable being, Agbila. And if any of you guys are interested in talking one on one with a remarkable fucking being like this, she can read you, she can scan you.
He's lying.
So if you don't want her to read your stuff, you want to put a shield. No, I'm kidding.
She'll still see through it.
She'll see right through that shit. Uh, but yeah, she gives one-on-ones, and we do the things that we do together, and stuff like that. Uh, but You're one of the most, I love it's actually kind of fucking with you because I know you don't, you're kind of modest or whatever the fuck, whatever, but you don't like, oh, tell me more. That's me. That's me. Oh, I'm wonderful. Oh, yeah, please, more, please. You feel a little hmm, when I, say nice things about you, but she's fucking amazing. She's just brilliant beyond her fucking little years. But wow, yeah, yeah. So anyway,
No worry, I'll pass.
yeah, it won't be long. She'll be an old wise lady. But yeah, that's all I had about whatever the fuck we were talking about. Quiet mind.
Yeah, quite mine.
Yeah, yeah. For some, it's like I feel it's what perceiving. It has to do with perception, the ability to perceive and confront comfortably. And the rest of us, you know, we're thinking about it. Yeah.
I was reading Jim's quick book called Limitless, and one of his devices was like trying to have at least 30 minutes of white space in the whole week. Meaning you stay away from different devices. People have addictions to their phone, to the internet, to the email, like constantly like notifications. Something's going on. I have to look at this. Oh, a headline and constantly reaction. And 30 minutes of white space is disconnecting from all of those devices. Go out in nature, look at the
Yeah.
beach, listen to the birds chirping and tweeting,
Mhm.
look at the trees and stuff like that. But like, leave your freaking house, leave the devices, leave your phone at home, go somewhere, walk around, sit, do stuff, but do not connect to the devices. Don't go in places where someone else will have a phone because you're gonna look like,
Yeah, yeah.
what's going on?
Uh,
And like, no radios, no nothing, no stimulation from that kind of like stuff, but you, nature, or you in the city, but like less devices. And that 30 minutes of white space really changes a lot of lives because
mhm.
a lot of that thinking and processing and stuff, just you like learn and train that muscle to disconnect from it and be more in that awareness. So like might help for some people.
Yeah, that's excellent advice. That's excellent practice. Yeah. Uh, I I meditate, it's all about me. Right? See, Agvila
Wonderful,
wants,
Richie.
yeah, yeah, Agvila won't say, yeah, I said I go out to the lake, several times a week and just be there. She won't say shit like that. I will if I did that. I don't do that, but I do stare at a fucking candle. I'll wake up in the middle of the night and it's like, oh, I'll think, fuck it. And I'll go in the other room. It's dark everywhere. I light a fucking candle, sit it out there, and I'll practice quiet mind stuff for 30 minutes to an hour, easy. I do it several times a week. Me, I, and there's other things I do.
But that's good. Like your own personal space and practicing these activities, like you watching the candle. Uh, me, I like soaking in the bath. Like that's one of my ways to disconnect from this world and just like get some water in the bath and just soak in it for, I don't know, 15, 10 minutes and stuff. But it really changes. Like leave everything off. Like light on or off, like that's a thing, but just feeling how the body slowly relaxes more and more and more, and you're just breathing and not thinking.
Mhm.
Not going off, oh, I'm gonna get out of bath and here's what I'm gonna do and here's another thing and what did Sally say and what did Stu do and like, no, you're not doing that. It's just you, your body, and the water.
Good advice. Good tips. Well, okay, let's wrap this up. I got another idea for a video about how to enter into other realms and worlds with visuals, with quiet mind, and blah, blah, blah. Maybe instead of doing it in this video, maybe we can do it in another one.
All right.
Okay. Thank you so much, Agvila. It's been a pleasure. And you guys, thanks for watching. Comments are always welcome. Talk to you later. Bye bye.